Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a review of Can You Keep a Secret, Episode 7. Now, I want to say this. Episode 7 of Can You Keep a Secret, I've watched it this morning, and I saw it this morning, and I gotta say, you know what? I gotta give you credit. Yui and Masuku's relationship is, without a doubt, the best couple of 2025 this season. Now, I get it. There's other rom-coms coming out in the spring. There's other rom-coms coming out in the fall and summer. I get all of that. But Yui and Masu's relationship in Can You Keep a Secret just defines the laws of adult rom-coms. Adult rom-coms don't really get the love. I mean, just look at the other show. When I think of adult rom-coms, I know people are going to say Love is Hard for an Otaku. That show is iconic as an adult rom-com as it is. And there are plethora of rom-coms, but that one takes the cake. But Can You Keep a Secret is one of many that needs to be talked more. I mean, you got these two who does everything outside of work. They've been in a relationship for 6 months, and I didn't even know that. I mean, I didn't even know they've been in a relationship. It's been 6 months. 6 months. 6 months. And their relationship is going all the way. I mean, 6 months and they're already doing it. 6 months and they're already doing confessions. 6 months of all the things they did for 6 months. That's golden. Now, I understand last week Yui had a moment. But this episode alone, it's Masugu. And I like this guy. He's like us, trying to work out the kinks for the girl you love and all that. And I gotta say, I can't hate him. So without further ado, let's get right to the review of Can You Keep a Secret episode 7 review of, anime review of Can You Keep a Secret. Okay, so now this is all about Masugu in this episode. This is all about Masugu. Now, Yui had her moments, but in this episode, this is all Masugu. You see, Masugu want to celebrate an anniversary unlike any. They want to celebrate. Masugu is trying to do everything he can to prepare a 6-month anniversary. Now, when it comes to planning events and whatnot, you gotta be way step ahead of everything with work and scheduling how to get this and that planned out. He wants it to be perfect. He wants to be perfect. And I don't blame him. Because us guys trying to do everything perfect for the girls. Us guys, let's be honest, we do things to make our girl love. We do things to plan out trips. We do things to make sure they have a great time because they come first. That's how it is. In relationships, they are our first priority. Meaning, plan everything out. You know how they said there's wants and needs? Those kind of things. So Masuku is in scheduling, planning, with his whole working on stuff. And then he saw the ring. Because Yui saw the ring and he wants to buy a ring. Not rings. And I find it ironic because didn't we had an episode about a ring? Oh, yeah. Akane and Sato's relationship and I'm getting married to a girl I hate in class. The only difference with that episode is that Akane lost a ring. Now, they weren't sharing 2 rings. Sato worked to get 1 ring. Masugu, and I get it. I know you can compare adult rom-com and a high school rom-com. I get all of that. But Masugu works and he's got, working to get 2 rings instead of 1. I'm not judging Sato. I'm just saying. But my point is, he's working because they've been a couple for 6 months. And to make it more better, he wants to buy a couple of rings for her and Masuku, for her and himself. Not only that, he wanted engraved. Like, take the ring and engrave it inside. They said, Yui Masugu. I'm like, yo. And then he wanted to play it in a restaurant. I'm like, yo, this guy is straight up. Oh, I like this guy's character. I like his planning. He wants to make everything perfect, and I don't blame him for that. I don't blame him. Now, again, it's very hard to keep it a secret, especially with the loved ones, because the loved one thinks it's gonna you're cheating on me, you haven't spoke to me, all that stuff. It's very hard for a guy to keep planning things a big surprise. I mean, trying to keep it a surprise, and then a girl trying to figure out what you're doing. It's very, very hard. It is. It is. I'm in that situation too. And I understand where he's coming from. I really do. Now, Masugu is trying so hard, with the booking, the booking of the restaurant he planning, the rings he has to put a loan on, and the work schedule. He was juggling all those things at once, and not telling Yuri about it. That's also adding fuel to it. I mean, he tried. Now it didn't stop anyway. So, once Yui was getting emotional about like what's going on, those kind of things, it was one of those typical like, you haven't heard from you, you doing this, that, where are you? I haven't heard from you, this and that. Then he gave her the rings and it had it engraved, Yui and Masugu, and it was so. And then after that, those two decided to get it on. They got it on like, I'm sorry, wait a minute. It's not even a year anniversary. Here's the thing about this episode. Here's what I find ironic. Like in couples, when it comes to couples, they celebrate their year or their second year or their third year anniversary, that kind of thing. If you're a diehard couple and you celebrate your second day anniversary, that's kind of thing. Or month anniversary. But for them, 6 months. And I'm looking at these episodes, I'm like looking back on them, I'm like, you telling me that all these episodes, this lasted 6 freaking months? So that means since we're on episode 7, it's going to 12. That means they're going to hold out for a year. It's going to be a year of them in a relationship. But again, going back, it's a 6 months anniversary. Wow. And they got it on. I mean, like, do you know how many times have they done it? You know how many times they done it? If I'm not mistaken, it's like, what, 4 or 5 times right now? I remember the first episode. I remember they went on a trip. I remember when Yui was stressed out, he went to his house. And I remember this one now. If I'm not mistaken, it could be like 4 or 5 times this happened. Like they actually got it on. But they actually got it on. I mean, the details of them going, like making out, touching each other's body, the tongue action, not to mention the damn clothes off thing. It's like you see him straight out of it, you know what. But again, it's so crazy. But again, it's a way to celebrate their 6-month anniversary. And he had it planned out. I mean, yeah, he wanted to be the perfect surprise. He wants it to be the perfect surprise to show off the rings. Kind of like how Spider-Man 2. You know how Spider-Man 2 went? I think it was Spider-Man 2 or was it Spider-Man 3? See, my brain is just so fucked up. I think it was Spider-Man 3 when the Tobey Maguire one. Maybe he put the champagnes in the ring so that when Mary Jane gets it, you can see the ring there. Oh, like that. He was one of those. So for him to, like, he wanted to have that one passionate night, like fancy restaurant, propose the rings, kissed and make out. He wanted that, and I get it. But a way like this is something. And again, it was a nice way to celebrate the 6-month anniversary. Now, then, Yui's wearing the ring, and Masugu's playing it cool. He's wearing it like a necklace. He's wearing it like a neck around it. He's wearing it around his neck. So that's kind of like, I love it. That's another way to indulge, like we're not in a relationship, it's just a ring. Now I'm more, because now the only concern I have is that I hope that nobody at work finds out about that ring, or if Yui or Masugu drops the ring and they see the engraved title, oh my god. If that's next week's preview, I do not know. I don't know what if it is. I'm scared. But overall, though, today, Can You Keep a Secret was a great episode. I mean, I love it. I see Masugu stepped up as a character since day one. I never hated him, not once. He really knows how to, what's the word? Not handle. I want to use the word handle. He knows how to charm and pleasure a woman. He knows what a woman wants, and he knows what Yui wants. I'm gonna say woman. He knows what Yui wants. He knows what Yui likes. This adult rom-com is just the formality of showing you what to do to please your girlfriend, your wife, that kind of thing. And when Masugu's doing all these things, from a guy's perspective, it's very hard to like keep planning things, and you realize this and that. It's just showing you how real life works in an adult rom-com in a relationship vibe, and that's that. And I love it. But I look forward for next week's episode of it. Can you keep a secret? And I'm sure you will.